This is a little scene I came across in Sutton Park in Birmingham. And before we start the painting, I'll just run quickly through the materials. Brushes, I've got the large hake, 3/4 inch flat, and the number 3 rigger. I use the same 7 colours: ultramarine, lemon yellow, Payne's grey, alizarin crimson, raw sienna, burnt umber and light red, but not necessarily all of them on every painting. Sometimes I only use 2 or 3 colours depending on the mood of the painting, whether it's a winter scene, colour scene. I mean, the paint itself, I use Cotman watercolour tubes which I squeeze out and then allow to dry, so effectively they're like large pans. So even using the hake means, take the raw sienna, it means I can get plenty of paint on the brush. Even though it's dry, I can still get plenty of paint on the brush to create some nice effects on the paper. Jar of water, tissue in case I need any. That's basically my general kit. I've also got tea towel. Now you can see a lot of people have trouble, and I did myself. The trouble with these hake brushes is you can just see the volume of water. It's amazing how much water you get in there. This way I can dry it really quick, because there's a sharpish lip here on the jar. Even fully soaked brush like that, take a lot of it off on the excess. The rest comes off like that, and in no time at all you've got a dryish brush. To work with. You can see there's nothing coming off that now, hardly anything. So these tea towel, absolutely wonderful tool. The only other thing I use is if I'm scraping rocks or whatever, is just a little bit of plastic card, and that is pretty much everything. So I'll crack on with the painting now. I'm going to start just by wetting the paper all over, and I'm just going to go into raw sienna. It's just a very simple sky that you saw earlier, so I'm just going to reproduce that. Bit of a dull day, so I'm just going to go ultramarine and a bit of Payne's grey. A little bit stronger. And then just a little bit stronger still, just try and create some interesting texture up there in the clouds. A few different layers. I can go for a real strong one across there, I think. Maybe another strong one up there. Right, clean the brush, and I'm going raw sienna and ultramarine to create a bluey green. And that will start off somewhere like so. These are the most distant trees right way back. And then there's the ones in front of those, slightly a bit more raw sienna. A bit thicker than that. Just varying the colours as I go along, just variations of ultramarine and raw sienna. I'm going to set that over to the edge of the paper. And then do the same the other side. And I'm just using raw sienna, ultramarine. Need a bit more water I think than that, that brush has got a bit too dry. Just work that off onto the edge of the paper again. Now we come a bit closer towards us. I'm going to add a bit of burnt umber this time to the same two colours. And then I've got a bit more ultramarine, darken it up even still. This one, it had a nice light coloured. Before I put that in, I'm just going to pull the paper to source. It's stretched a bit. Just refix the clips over here on the right hand side. Now there was a nice light coloured trunk in this tree here. So I'm just going to use a fingernail to pop that in. Sort of continues up a bit like that, and then there's another one going this way like that. A bit stronger down the bottom. And yeah, I might just suggest a few flicks up here. Now over on this right hand side, same colours, bit of burnt umber, ultramarine, raw sienna. We've got a bigger tree up here. That comes right down in front of that one. So you can see how the lie of the land, this one's closer now, so we come down a bit like that. I can even flick up slightly, maybe a few grasses and whatnots there. And this one, there's 2 or 3 trunks going through this one. Oh, it's very close to overdoing that. I'll just cover those up there. And then there's another one to the right of that. So same colours again. But obviously as we get close, the paint gets stronger and stronger. The tones get richer and richer. And now obviously this one's closer still, so this comes down in front of that one like so.